Alright, so here's the deal. I wish it wasn't raining, but it is. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Survival. So, if we take a look down here, right, we're on top of the iron farm. If we take a look, we're seeing that we got some some things going on. If we look over here, there's a little bit barren, and down here I still need to figure out how I'm doing the trees around the house. But what we can do is we can come around back here, and we've got a really big empty space. And this is really nice. I want to use this space. Now, what for? I'm glad you asked. We've got sulfur over here. Now, after the last episode, I just kind of set up this to try to farm some sulfur without realizing how slow it is. Sulfur farms, what I have determined through my math, which is that, one sulfur spike is produced about every 5 days in game. And that rate actually lines up perfectly with what this has been making. For a rate of 1 stack of sulfur blocks per hour, you need 768 of these. This is 12. And this is what I've got from a lot of AFK time. So, we need a bigger sulfur farm, because I don't think I'm going to be getting that much, but just to have something running in the background that I can forget about and then check in after a long time. Because, right, we take a look at Wonderful. Take a look at Wonderful Wool. This is a pretty slow farm, but I don't check it often. And so, I always have a lot of wool. I always have way more wool than I need. And that's kind of how I want sulfur to be. Something that I don't check up on too often, but always have. Oh, it's nighttime. Yay! No more rain. And so, we're just going to kind of set something up. I've got, to my right, a little draft on how I want this to look. And I'm thinking I'm going to put it back here, because I kind of want this path to kind of Y out, diagonal. And so if we have like a pretty big building through here, now I don't know exactly how wide this is going to be. Right, so I think I've gotten a shape decided on. Oh, right, so sodium is still having some kind of bugginess with the new update. So this might happen sometimes. But we're just going to kind of come over here and we're going to, like that. That would be a really nice footprint for them. I don't know. We're figuring it out. We're going to time lapse and it's all going to be fantastic and wonderful and nice and cool. Yeah. So this building has been me kind of breaking out of a bit of a funk I've been in. Recently I've been really unhappy with a lot of the buildings I've made, and I've just kind of felt like I can't really do too well. So I tried to kind of focus and just really think this one out. I put a lot of inspiration from Mossy Times into it, mainly with those windows. And I'm happy. I think we're telling a really nice story here with the contrast between this building and then Eco and Wonderful Wool. You got Eco, which is like the older consumer-based business, and then you got Wonderful Wool, which is just money-based. It's capitalistic. And then you got this one, which is more, I think, older, family-owned, very high-class. I don't know. I think it's neat. Here we are. I'm hoping that time-lapse worked out alright. I'm using a different mod than usual because Replay mod has not updated. So, this is what we're looking at. This is from the backside. This was originally going to be the front, but then I made this too short in this dimension. If we come around back, it's kind of just the same as the front. You're not going to see it a whole lot from this angle, but from the courtyard, it's a pretty cool view. I think I want to eventually add in a path through here, because this feels really cool to walk through, especially down here as well. Like, yeah, dude. I've got some little, pipes coming out. I want to see them blue, but you also can't really see them too well. They might come off eventually. I don't know, I just like having those smoke features coming out of buildings. If we come inside, then there is not much going on, because I haven't wanted to put things up yet. As a building overall, I'm happy with it. I'm pretty happy with it, actually. I think I get so I feel so bad about reusing mangrove all the time, but I really do just love this. Like, this is my favorite wood. This just looks so good. I don't know about the windows. There's a lot of things I'm unsure about with this one, but I am happy. I am very pleased with this one. I kind of wish I had done a lighter color, but it's fine. It's fine. But like you saw, the inside is barren. I haven't moved the farms inside yet. That's because I don't want to do redstone right now. It's late at night. It's that's not my problem right now. But if we look in here, it's gotten two sulfur spikes since I started working on this, which was a good 2.5 hours ago, I want to say. So yeah, very slow going, but like I said, I am proud of it. And I'm still not sure about this little entryway. I don't know if I want to keep the cinnabar, or I just kind of want to use cinnabar. But I might switch that out for mud, because I do like mud. Or tough. Just, I don't know. Again, so happy with how this turned out. I like the lanterns. I like the, I don't know, the vibe. It has a very, very elegant vibe, very imposing. It's like kind of like a dark fantasy type thing, which is like that kind of aesthetic I just love. You know, Frankenstein. That's one of my favorite movies. The Del Toro version. Oh, I missed the lantern. Right, so we're coming in at sunset with shaders because wow, that looks really pretty. This is what we've got. Wait, I already did this. Well, sorry about that, but I've done the inside of the farm. It's very green. I don't know, I just kind of thought the bamboo would be a nice kind of contrast to everything else. And I had a lot of it. So we got some waffles. It's slow. It's been a few hours. This is slow, man. I did switch out this for mud, by the way. And I put some little flower boxes outside. I also put up this tree, which I think is the main thing I came over here to show off. This is an eastern white pine. And from this angle it looks a little bit odd, but you're not going to be looking up there. From this angle, it looks nice. I like it from this angle. I'm going to go to sleep so you can see it at day. Right, so it looks a little bit weird from over here, but you're not going to be seeing it from over here. You're going to see it from like right here. And I'm still trying to work out the shape on kind of these more realistic pine trees than you've seen in like the hardcore world. Which, you know, those are just different type. But this is based a lot more on the trees from where I grew up. And yeah, I think I've gotten a really good mix from like the trials I've done in creative and trying some new things. I went for more of just an outer shell, which I think definitely helps. I might add in some branches underneath. I don't know. I think it's looking really nice. I wish there was more of a pop to it, so I might switch out some leaves, you know, do some like light shading type of thing. I don't know. If we come down here, I mean, this is still the same, but you get a nice view. This is one of the views that really looks nice to me, especially with shaders, because you got that nice light beam coming through, like right through there. It's, wow, it's not wanting to render properly right now. I don't know, this is just like, this is probably a thumbnail, man. Anyways, I do have some clear pathing spaces that I need to work with. It's gonna be, oh wait, I left Mossy Times running again. I need to stop doing that. I keep leaving this farm running. Now, one thing I've been really trying to figure out is this river over here, which I'm not, you know, fair warning, not solving this today. But it's not really a river, you know? It's a river, but it used to go into a lake, but now that lake is a plains now. That lake is a town. So I need to kind of figure out how I can work this to still make sense with the water wheel, you know? I'm thinking what might end up happening is we kind of make this into a curve where the river then goes through here into a kind of cave where, you know, it's like tunnels under here for a while and then maybe pops out about here. I don't know. I want to do a wheat field through here. So maybe we have the river as kind of a divider of the two. This is where the bank used to be. And then I want to kind of like just kind of come around. And then, you know, maybe we cut through here and we can have some bridge action going on. I don't know. Or maybe we go around. And we finally meet up with the main river again, which I don't think actually goes very far. Yeah. But I would probably extend this into the snowy biome down there and to like a glacier, just so that everything kind of has some more reason to it. Oh, oh wait, I know who I heard. One angle of this whole area that I've been coming back to a lot recently is up here, because you can just see everything so nicely. Like, you can even see the new stuff, which is that's actually a really interesting angle. But, you know, you can just see everything. Right here is where I'd like to turn attention to next, though. Right here. Right, so we're working right here, and this is what I've got. I've got an inventory full of blocks. A lot of these you haven't really seen me use too much, you know. These are some odd picks for specifically me, mainly this acacia, but I also don't use calcite too much. That's because this is a build where I'm trying some things that I don't normally do. Now, I have played around with this in creative, and I'll show you that after. But we're just gonna hop into a time lapse, because I've got a headache, right? And it's been like probably at least 2 hours, and I don't really know the difference between a headache and a migraine. I don't want to seem dramatic by just kind of saying that's what this is, but man, it's really getting me down. So we're time lapse. I can't do commentary right now. I had completely forgotten about that headache I had. It was coming back to do this voiceover later. Yeah, it was terrible. It was so bad. And I really could not think properly. I ended up just kind of like taking a break and not doing anything for like an extra 45 minutes. Just, man. Anyways, here we go. Building. Right, so here we are. This is the building. I don't have a name for it. I'm not gonna put a dedication on it, but same day I finished this one. 6/29/26. I'm really happy with this one, which is why you'll notice a very unusual construction process for me, which is I started with the front. I also forgot to do this window. That's because, well, I'll show you in a minute, but I was going off of a screenshot, and I basically just plucked this one out of my creative world. I didn't use like Lightmatica or anything, because I just don't do that. And I also more or less took this tree, like the base structure of the logs, and like the shape of the leaves with that kind of slanted shape, because I feel like it really nicely frames the house, even though you don't see exactly what you're meant to. I'll probably end up putting another like pine back here, because I really like that idea. And I also kind of want to fence this in, and that way you have, because I've mentioned before I want to put a path through here, and so I'd like to have a little path through here where it's just like between two gardens. I want that to be a very beautiful walk right there, because this area is meant to be like a prettier area, you know? I'm very pleased with this. The interior is unfinished, but I like the spruce floor. This is actually exactly a stack of spruce planks, so that's fun. I have some ideas for an interior. Like we can just kind of like put some stuff up on this wall, put like a little table here, maybe like some seating, a table here, you know, just kind of doing whatever. I don't know about up there. I should probably put a lantern though. Now this tree doesn't look too great from back here. Mainly just this bit right here. I don't know how I feel about having the kind of crack, but it's important for the perspective up there. And so this whole thing is going to get some kind of masking from behind so that you don't see it as clearly. And I don't know about this tree. I don't know if this tree is staying. I've always liked this tree, even though it makes no sense. But I kind of want to keep the birches over there, you know, where we have water. We'll see. We'll see. Overall, I'm really happy with the progress that I've made in this video. And so I do want to show you what I had meant by, I'll show you in a minute with the other build. So, I'm not sure that I've shown this much. This is my creative test world, which yes, it is a bedrock world. So this is right here is where I practice my trees actually. And you can see these were some of my first experiments with kind of the white pine. This is an idea for down the road. And then you got some less successful trees, mainly looking right here, versus some more successful ones if we come over to this angle. Wow, that is not the focus though. Neither is this, where, you know, some of these seem a little bit familiar. This is where I was playing with palettes. Now over by some of my earlier custom trees, you can start seeing some familiar shapes. What is this? Oh, it's the exact building that we just brought into the world. Now, the cool thing about this is that if we look behind it, it's all a facade. I used wool to make a base shape and then I just kind of covered it up. I do really like this trick with tinted glass though. You just put something behind it and it becomes black, but like it still has lines. It's so cool. Not gonna lie, if you like take a glance through here, you can see a lot of things that I want to implement into the main world and have just been kind of trying to find a way to. This is when I learned how to speed bridge. Bonus, the original draft for the house, which is at this point probably coming up on 4 years old. And you can see how badly I messed up the roof. Right, so that does leave us with only one real thing left to do. Today's comp of the day comes from Shugo Ashugo, which says, wow, this whole Sulfur cave thing sure was an enchanting experience. Say that again. Anyways, with that out of the way, I do think that we've made some pretty impressive progress this episode, and again, I am so happy with everything that's gotten done this time around. So, if you did enjoy, please leave a like. If you want to see more from me, subscribe. If you want to see like notifications and whenever I stream, specifically, then turn on notifications. I have some socials down in the description, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. I hit the fence.